How's it going? There we have a design that the architect put on. Didn't really do a very good job. And then we'll just kind of design the little angle. It's not going to be straight, it's have a little edge on it. But so draw it out, kind of figure out where it's going to go. Then we're going to cut the profile. The profile is going to be out of metal. We have metal, and then we're going to cut this and file it so it's nice and straight. So it should be big enough so the back of your finger doesn't cut your finger. So you sand it the back. That's how you know you have a nice form. Okay, so you're gonna have to file it, sand it. Then you can put nails, not screws, because you have to put something else on top. You put nails down here, and that keeps the whole thing strong. Gives you a little rest from doing any extra work. And your amount should be about 3/16 from the wood. So you'll lay this on there, scribe, cut the wood, set it on your template, centered. Your gussets on the side will hold it, keep it strong and firm. This is your level guide. This is your plumb guide up here. Your plumb guide. This doesn't mean anything, but it looks pretty. But this is your plumb guide. This is your second plumb guide for the higher elevation on the back side, but that's for a later time. And you'll see my lines right there. That's where the original template is. And then we're going to cut this about 3/16 away inside. And you can use your rigger tool, or you can use a nibbler. Nibbler will take a little piece and make a little sawtooth thing. That way you don't have to scratch the cement. That one's going to be screwed in the original screws you did it first time. And you don't want to use nails on this because you're going to take this one on and off. The top here, it shouldn't be straight. Have a little edge corner because you don't want anything to tag onto it. And always oil that. WD, cooking oil, it doesn't really matter. Just something to make it smooth. Bunch of mason mix or mortar mix or whatever. Put a little bit of water on top. And then you want calcium aluminate. It's an accelerator. You want that water in there first. A little of this on top. And this is something you're just going to have to, don't do a little amount, do something that's going to take off. Yeah, mix the thing. I like using a drill because it's easier, but you can do it by hand. And you should know how to empty out of a bucket. Tap one end. You don't slam it down because you don't want mud to go all over the place. So if you're going to actually do something like this, use your head. This is called muffling. Take the blocker off. Make sure you put your thumb here so it doesn't come back and bite you. Alright, pull the blocker off. Save that because you're going to use it in the next mold. And there's your mold we're going to run. quick check. It'll just miss everything by 3/8, and that's ready. You don't need it out here because it'll mix in with your mud and be a mess, but inside it'll be fine. Okay, so now we're going to mix the final batch. Doesn't really matter what you mix. You can color it later, that's for another time. A little WD on the inside, outside doesn't matter. You don't have to go crazy, just get them most of it. And it'll still start hardening up if you put the right amount of luminite in it. If you don't put aluminum in it, you can still do it, but it's just going to take you a couple of years. Make sure you wipe your knife clean. Make sure that there's mud right here in the corner. It's got to come out so nothing rides on top of anything. Muffling, right where the bottom corner is. Like a little trough in the middle. It's getting stiffer. You don't want to run it with too stiff. Little water in the middle.
So that was Paul. I was wondering if you were done yet.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're videotaping us, so you have proof that he is working.
You want to make sure the first coat is nice and tight, not light. You want to push it on there, it's got to stick. Once people start knowing you can do something, the backstory is they do their talking. Oh, we'll get this guy to do it. We'll get this guy to do it. You're solving their problem. So after you've run your second one on there, now you take the same mud. It's still got luminite in, and you've got to get it even wetter. This one has to be a lot wetter. Otherwise, it'll keep dragging. So you want this one nice and wet. Still a little wetter. So you just need a little bit of water. And then make a little hole in the center, back and forth. Don't let it spray on you. Crazy. Pretend you're Benny Hunter. Okay, then our blocker's on. We're going to take the blocker off, put the final cut on, and then we miter it. And you can clean your blocker now or later, and I choose later. That's how much you're filling up with your final coat. Okay, so if you got a bowl, something small, put a little bit of mud in there, nice and wet, and then mix this up. This should be really watery. This will get all your little holes out of the way. Maybe a brush. And this can be nice and wet. It's not going to matter. Most of it's filled up. All right. Now it's miter time. We're new miters now, and you're going to need a little bit of mud. You want a little wet, but we're going to put a little luminite in that, and you're going to need a miter rod. That's what they look like. You can get them, I don't know where you get them. This one's 40 years old, but you can get them online somewhere. I'm sure somebody's got it. Put some luminite, about a margin trowel worth. Make sure it's wet, don't have any chunks. Don't want any chunks. And that should take up pretty quick. And mix this in really good. I like bowls because you can bend them and clean them. Plastic buckets are gonna fall apart, my friend. Make sure you get all the little clods out of there. Just keep mixing those. Makes it pretty good. Now don't do this for, basically you don't have a romance with it. Just to get it over with. Maybe 30 seconds. But just make sure those clods are out. Now mitering, no more than 2 inches at a time. Sometimes you go a little bit more, but you got to get good. And if you're watching this, you ain't no good. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to pack this thing in here. You don't have to be pretty about it. Just have to pack it in. You want extra. Always extra. Edge, you can see that. Goes out. You want this to be up, not this way. Flat edge down, side up. Starting your line, run through and up. One hand this way, one hand this way. 4 fingers at your guide. And slide it through. Come down and keep this not like that, flat. I go a little lighter because we just ran this side here. So don't be like a gorilla and it's easy. Just follow the line. Don't try to dig in. Just follow the line. Okay, when you get these corners, you want to make a little ledge in here. So when you put this in, it holds it. Just wanna... Okay. It'll come up, your thumb, flip it off. Try to use the upstroke as much as you can until you get to the corner, and you got to come in. right.